Lily, oh my God, Ronald just called me. Are you seriously in the hospital right now? What the hell happened? Is the baby okay? Is my grandchild safe? Oh, you're such a clumsy, wobbly girl. It's no surprise you ended up in the hospital. You should have known better than to let yourself get hospitalized like this. Get your act together for once.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for bothering to reach out. Honestly, I'm already drained from the surgery and everything that went down. So do me a favor and stop the whole victim blaming thing, okay? It's the last thing I need right now.
Surgery? What kind of surgery are you talking about? Hold up, don't even tell me. Did you go and get some liposuction or whatever? Listen, I know you're a big old fatty and no one's a fan of that, but you're carrying a child. You shouldn't be pulling such stunts while you're pregnant. Do you even grasp how risky it could be for my precious little boo-boo? You're such a selfish little jerk, aren't you? You're not even deserving of being a mother.
Oh my gosh. Can you please stop talking already? I haven't even explained why I'm in the hospital. And you're already jumping in with insults? What kind of mother are you?
Wow, you're really living up to the reputation as a total idiot, aren't you? I can't say I'm shocked if you went ahead and pulled off something incredibly stupid. I mean, it's just your DNA, isn't it? No surprises there. For the love of everything holy, quit with the cryptic act and spill the damn beans already. What's the deal with you being in the hospital, huh? Don't keep us waiting, genius.
My son? He's no longer here with us. He went to heaven.
Wait, what? What on earth are you talking about, young woman? You're telling me my adorable little grandchild is dead? Bruno is freaking dead?
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I know none of us wanted this to happen. But unfortunately, it's the truth.
I knew it! I've been saying this for ages. You're absolutely not cut out to be a mother. You can't handle the responsibilities, plain and simple. Just look at how you've treated me all this time. Now this is karma biting you in the rear for all the crap you've pulled. Your rebellious nature, your complete lack of respect, your utter failure to appreciate me. It's all coming back to haunt you, isn't it? Seems like the universe has a way of punishing delinquents like you, making sure you live a wretched and miserable existence.
What the hell is going on, Abigail? I get it. Losing a child is devastating, and I'm doing my best to cope with it. But maybe you could try to sympathize with the pain a mother feels when she loses her own child and hold back from throwing these insults at me. I don't deserve any of this. It's just not fair in the slightest.
Oh, please do enlighten me. Why the hell did a supposedly healthy baby just die 4 weeks after he was due, huh? Let me guess, did you poison him or something? Could it be that you finally realized how incompetent you are as a woman and decided to eliminate your own child just so you could escape your responsibilities like a pathetic coward? Shame on you, Lily, shame on you.
What the hell? I didn't do any of that, alright? Just listen for once. The other day, I sensed that something was off because Bruno wasn't moving anymore. That's why I went to the doctors and got an ultrasound. And they told me that his heartbeat was gone. No one actually knows what happened. Even the doctors couldn't provide a proper reason for Bruno's tragic passing.
Oh, bullshit. I can see right through your pathetic bluff. You're desperate trying to mask the true cause of my grandson's death. Why don't you have the guts to be honest? Say it loud and clear for everyone to hear. Tell the world what a repulsive creature you truly are, both inside and out. You're just an evil bitch. My precious grandson, Bruno, deserves far better than you. You know what? I wish Bruno had survived and you were the one who died. You're just a worthless waste of life, plain and simple.
Abigail, enough with your nonsense, okay? Can you even comprehend the pain I'm going through at this moment? I recently underwent surgery, and I'm still struggling to cope with the loss of my child. Instead of being a source of support and showing empathy, all you're doing is tearing me down and launching a barrage of verbal assaults at me.
What do you expect? Let me ask you something. Who the hell carried Bruno in her womb, huh? He relied on what you ate. He breathed through your umbilical cord. He was basically at your mercy for everything. So tell me, who else should shoulder the blame for his death if not you? You know what? I completely despise those spineless cowards who make mistakes and are too gutless to own up to them. They're nothing but scum. Got it? Scum!
Abigail, explain to me. What have you done? Who gave you the right to do such a thing?
Hey, mind your manners. You're far from getting away unscathed, little missy. Who in the world do you think you are to speak to me like that? Do you honestly believe I'll forgive you for killing my grandchild? Not a chance. In my book, you're still nothing but a criminal.
Who says I need your forgiveness? I haven't done anything wrong. And I'd never stoop as low as to beg for forgiveness for someone like you. I'm asking you, why did you go reaching out to all your friends and spreading word about Bruno's passing? I am his mom, and I never gave you permission to do that. You didn't even bother to ask me how I'd feel about it. You just went ahead and did it. You're well aware that I am a private person, and I usually don't share personal stuff on social media. And can't you see that I need time to process everything?
Oh, look who's back, master of the same old manipulation. Still playing the victim, huh? You really honed your skills, haven't you? So basically everything I do is a crime in your distorted perspective, right?
I never said anything of the sort. So please don't twist my words. All I'm trying to say is that I'm not ready to share the news about Bruno with everyone just yet. It would mean a lot to me if you could just simply take down that post from all your social media. That would be a massive favor to me.
And what's in it for me? I believe I have every right as a grandmother to express my sorrow and anguish over the loss of my grandchild. You can't deny me that privilege, can you? You have absolutely no authority to refuse.
Are you really saying this? Grief and pain? Really? Or is it just a convenient excuse you use to manipulate people and scam their money? Just be real with me and tell me the honest truth.
What? What on earth are you even saying? Now you have the audacity to be accusing me of a scam artist or whatnot? You think I'm exploiting Bruno's death to con money out of people? Where did you even get an idea like that? Who put that crap in your head? Oh, I see. It's because you're such a selfish jerk that you assume everyone else thinks and behaves just like you. No surprise there.
Stop trying to deny it. We're both fully aware of what you did. On one hand, you publicly shared a video of yourself where you were all teary-eyed and whining about Bruno's passing. Yet on the other hand, you privately messaged your friends and relatives, soliciting money from them. Isn't that the truth, Mom?
How? Why? I mean, how do you know about that?
You went around spreading the word that I was in critical condition and needed a hefty sum of money to cover medical expenses at Bruno's funeral. Some people actually fell for your lies and ended up transferring the requested amount to your bank account. Do you have any decency left? Is that how a grandmother should mourn the loss of her grandchild? It's a sickening display. You're shamelessly exploiting your grandson's death for your own financial gain.
Well, let's not get carried away here. You're blowing things way out of proportion. Okay, I admit I may have exaggerated a bit about your medical condition, but that wasn't with any ill intentions. I'm just incredibly saddened and wanted to grab people's attention. I hope someone would provide comfort and support during this difficult period. And hey, think about it. I did it for the benefit of our family as well. Of course, I'll share some of the money they give me with you. I know it'll greatly help with your day-to-day expenses, don't you think?
Excuse me? I'm not some scammer. And I have absolutely zero intentions of using money that you deceitfully got from others. And what kind of messed up grandmother are you to even suggest something so vile? I'm giving you a fair warning. If you don't cut it out right now and take down that post, I'm gonna have to bring the police into this mess. Trust me. You don't want that to go down, do you?
The police? Are you out of your mind? I never twisted anyone's arm to give me a single dime, got it? They willingly handed over the cash. Which means I'm innocent as can be. Don't you dare push my buttons. Just because you think they're all grown up and flown the coop doesn't mean that you have the right to blabber whatever nonsense you please. Why don't you mind your own damn business and stay the hell out of mine?
Hey, Lily. How's the recovery coming along? Are you feeling any better?
Hey, Ronald. Yeah, I'm still in the recovery phase. But honestly, it's still really tough for me to wrap my head around everything that went down. It's just heartbreaking.
I know, sis. I can't even begin to fathom the pain you're going through at the moment. But hey, it's a silver lining that you still have everyone around you to provide support and comfort.
Yeah, everyone's there for me, except one person. I think you already know exactly who I'm referring to, right?
Wait, what? Don't tell me. Did Mom go and do something outrageous again?
Oh, you bet she did. Have you seen her Facebook and Instagram? She actually uploaded that video the very next morning after she found out about my hospitalization. Can you believe it?
You mean that video where she was bawling her eyes out and going on about Bruno's passing? That was seriously the cringiest, most fake video I've ever seen. You and I both know Abigail never cared about her grandchild. She'd talk the talk and pretend to care, but clearly it was all an act. I still remember when she asked you at 7 months pregnant to run errands for her at the supermarket. It's like she has no ounce of sympathy or consideration for you at all. Just thinking about it gets my blood boiling, man.
It's okay, Ronald. I'm glad that you always have my back through thick and thin.
I know it's tough for her, considering how our father walked out on us when we were young, but that doesn't excuse her abusive behavior. Not one bit. She never showed us any kind of affection, no kisses or hugs. Instead, she never held back when it came to expressing how much she despised us. I remember the time she would beat me and even went as far as calling the cops on me when all I did was grab her wrist to defend myself after she hit me with the vacuum cleaner.
I know! It's so frustrating! The worst part is how she always manages to make herself out to be the victim. Whenever the neighbors bring up the screaming and yelling episodes at our house, she immediately turns on the waterworks and starts going on about how ungrateful and disrespectful we are as her own children. I'm seriously exhausted by it all. Having her in our lives just feels like an endless nightmare.
Hey, what if we finally expose her for who she truly is? I mean, I know she's been sending you those nasty messages ever since you got pregnant, right?
It's true. Right from the start, she's been completely against the idea of me having kids. According to her, I'm just a miserable, hateful, low-life witch who doesn't deserve anything good in life.
Man, that's seriously messed up. It's like she's constantly dumping all her pain and negative emotions on us because of what she went through with our dad's cheating. I'll never forget that time she just smacked me right across the face out of nowhere. And when I confronted her about it, she said that she hated me because I remind her of Dad.
I'm sorry, Ronald. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from her wrath.
Nah, it's all good. You did everything you could, and I appreciate it.
Anyway, what's your plan? You mentioned wanting to finally expose Abigail once and for all, right? Spill the tea.
Oh, totally. With all the crazy text messages she's been sending you, and the mind-blowing truth I just uncovered about Ethan, I'm pretty confident that we have enough ammunition to give Abigail a lesson she'll never, ever forget.
Ethan? What's the deal with him? I mean, he's Mommy's little golden boy. Her absolute favorite son, we all know that. But what's the juicy scoop on him?
Just hold your horses and watch the show. Trust me, everything's gonna be exposed real soon. It's gonna be lit.
What the heck, Lily? Did you do this?
And what exactly are you talking about? I'm not following.
Don't you dare play dumb, you low-down black-hearted snake. My inbox is flooded with a bunch of hateful messages, all talking about what a terrible mother I am. What the hell is happening, huh? Explain yourself.
Oh, that. What's the big deal? I just decided to share all the lovely messages and emails you've been sending me all this time. Just thought it would be fun to show the world your true colors.
How dare you? Do you even comprehend the meaning of the word private? Those messages and emails were meant to be kept confidential only between us. You can't just go around plastering them like some damn trophy or something. Get a clue, idiot.
Well, if you didn't want anyone to know about those messages, why did you send me such a nasty crap in the first place, huh? Let's have a little recap, shall we? On Sunday, the 13th, at 8 p.m., you wrote, "You're dead to me, you snake, dead." And on Friday, the 26th, at 10 a.m., you cursed me with, "Bruno should have lived instead of you. You're so full of hate."
Oh my god, just stop it already.
Oh, and here's my absolute favorite. The longest message you've ever sent me. You had the audacity to say, "I despise and hate you. You're the reason poor Bruno died. You rotten piece of garbage. You need an exorcism. You're simply evil and confused. Look at how fat and ugly you are inside and out. Bruno deserved better. I wish Bruno had survived and you died. You're a waste of life." How touching. I'm so touched by your sweet words. Not.
Enough! Shut the hell up! You don't know what you're talking about, okay? You want me to grab your hair and drag you through the hallways like I used to do, huh?
Oh, and I'm sure you'd love to punch me, kick me, and shove me if you had the chance, right? Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but those days are ancient history. There's no way I'm letting you keep abusing me. Ronald is so fed up with your toxic ways. In fact, he's right by my side in all of this. He's the mastermind behind our plan to expose your fake facade.
What? Ronald is in on this too? That scum, I freaking knew it. You two are always plotting some evil plan to harm me, aren't you? Giving birth to both of you is the biggest mistake of my whole life. You two are like evil twins, just like Chucky and his bride. Always lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce on me like helpless prey.
Harm you? Seriously? How much more delusional can you get? You're the one who's evil and abusive here, mind you. Take a good look in the mirror before pointing fingers, you hypocrite.
Abusive? Oh, please, are you really going to try and tell me that I abused you and Ronald? That's a joke. Most abused children either end up dead or in foster homes. I could have done way worse. I could have killed you, but I didn't. And look at you now. Still breathing and alive. So you better show some gratitude. What I did was called discipline. I was trying to keep you both out of prison and 6 feet under. I did my best to prevent you and Ronald from becoming criminals, so you should thank me instead of whining.
Oh, fantastic. So now we're supposed to be all grateful to you for not killing us, even though we never did anything wrong? What kind of twisted logic is that?
Oh, just friggin' stop it already. I'm not in the mood to argue with you, alright? How about you just write a new post and tell everyone that everything you said was just a big misunderstanding? Oh, and even better, why don't you tell them that you made it all up just to tarnish my reputation because you don't like me? You're such a pathetic little manipulator.
And why on earth should I do that? Why should I lie when I have all the evidence backing me up? And just so you know, Ronald and I happen to be people with quite a bit of influence. We've written books and participated in various conferences, sharing our valuable advice on dealing with toxic parents. Our work is not only appreciated by the American audience, but also by people all over the world. So, naturally, when we talk about our own experiences and the trauma we've endured due to toxic parents, people are genuinely interested. They want to know what our parents did to put us through so much pain.
What? So let me get this straight. You're telling me that you've been going around spreading trash about me and your dad to others? Wow, what a pair of truly rotten children you are.
Well, don't get me wrong, but this is the first time Ronald and I have actually opened up and shared our real stories. And let me tell you, the news spread like wildfire. Everyone now knows about how you've been treating me and even using the death of your own grandson to make a quick buck. It's all out in the open now. Let's see how you're going to face the consequences now that your fake facade has crumbled.
What's gotten into you? Did you get some sort of sick satisfaction from painting your own mother as a villain? Just stop it already.
Oh, here's an extra dose of joy, Abigail. Guess what? Ethan won't be getting any more money as child support from Dad. That means you won't be able to use him as your money machine anymore. Isn't that delightful?
Huh? Why does this have anything to do with Ethan? Don't you dare drag my precious boy into this mess. It's between you, me, and Ronald only.
Oh, really? Well, from where I'm standing, this absolutely has everything to do with Ethan. Now, answer me this. I know you've always despised Dad for having an affair. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. I'd never forgive that scumbag for betraying me. He went around sleeping with other women and left me to deal with little brats like you and Ronald. Ethan's the only good thing that keeps me going through all this garbage. He's my whole world. I would give him the world if I could.
How touching. So why don't you spill the beans and tell me exactly why you love him so much? Could it be that he's your secret love child? Or perhaps he's the product of your little affair? Come on. Enlighten us all with the truth.
What on earth are you blabbering on about? You better watch your pathetic mouth, you slimy snake. Don't think for a second that I'll go easy on you just because you lost your baby. I'm still your mother. And that means I have the right to discipline you whenever I want. So shut up and fall in line, you insolent brat.
Discipline me? Well, go right ahead. I won't even try to stop you. Slap me, punch me, shove me, kick me, grab me by my hair, or even hit me with an extension cord, just like the good old days. But remember, I'll make sure you end up making headlines tomorrow as one of the most wicked mothers in history. So, feel free to do as you please, Abigail.
What? Now you even have the nerve to threaten me?
Yeah, I'm threatening you. So what? What are you gonna do about it? I believe I'm in the perfect position to make these threats. I have friends and family who genuinely care about me. I have support from people all over the world. And most importantly, I have justice on my side. So, is all of that enough for me to freely voice my opinion?
Well, you're such a brat.
So, like I was saying, Ethan won't be getting any more child support from Dad, and he's being cut off from the will. Want to know why? Well, turns out he's not even Dad's biological child. Ronald did a paternity test using their hair samples. And guess what? Ethan belongs to someone else. Quite a shocker, isn't it?
Quit your pathetic little act of going around and spewing nonsense, you worthless twerp. I won't let you.
Oh, no need to worry. I've got the proof right here. If you're up for it, which I highly doubt, I can show you the test results. But hey, no pressure. Just a good laugh. By the way, Ronald and I also did a little investigation and uncovered the identity of your secret lover. His name is Miguel, isn't it? And he works for your dad's company, right?
Well, that's none of your business.
Honestly, I never really liked Dad, but you know what they say. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. So I'm actually happy to spill the beans to him about your little scheme with Miguel to sabotage his company and steal his CEO position. I gotta admit, that's quite a master plan you've come up with. Especially someone with 1 or 2 brain cells like you. I must say, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Wait, how did you know all of this?
Well, you don't really need to know all the nitty-gritty details. It's just the wonders of technology, you know? Anyway, I've got concrete evidence to support everything I just told you. So get ready, because your life is about to take a turn for the worse. Things are about to get real messy for you. After our conversation, Abigail was left completely speechless. I could tell that she had a clear understanding of the impending doom that awaited her. My dad conducted a thorough investigation into Miguel and uncovered his involvement in the massive financial loss suffered by his company. It turned out that Miguel had been embezzling money from my dad's company for quite some time, even going as far as creating fake contracts to cover his tracks. As a result, he was charged with embezzlement and ultimately sent to prison. The news of her lover being incarcerated devastated my mom, and she faced intense criticism from those around her. Her friends and family demanded that she repay the money she had swindled from them, taking advantage of my son's tragic death. On top of everything, she discovered that Ethan had fallen in with a bad crowd and had been using drugs. Each day, he would come home, harass Abigail for money, and even resort to stealing from her. Naturally, it was a challenge for Abigail, a freeloader who had been dependent on my dad's money, to keep up with Ethan's excessive demands for cash. One day, he even resorted to threatening her with a knife, forcing her to sell the house. Fortunately, she managed to call the police and have him arrested. So much for her sweet little son, I suppose.